I was recently reading a book called as The Master Your Emotions by I can't pronounce the name. It was something Thibaut Meurisse. So I can't really spell that name, but you get it. The name of the book is Master Your Emotions. It is one of the books on emotional management. You might think that, oh, it is going to talk about positive emotions and all of that stuff. But believe me, it is one of the best books that I have read this year. And it not only talks about emotions, it talks about what can you do about it and where they come from. So here are 3 lessons that I learned from this book, and I really want to share it with you. First is negative emotions are not bad. The book claims that there is no such thing as negative emotions, because the self-improvement space divides emotions and feelings into 2 things: bad emotions and good emotions. Good emotions are motivation, discipline, consistency, and bad emotions are fear, anger, guilt, jealousy. But this book claims that there are no bad emotions, there are no bad feelings. The thing is, every emotion has a job in particular. Like every emotion, for example, anger tells you where your boundaries are. And if you are asking what does boundaries mean, it means that there are some things that you won't tolerate. Like for example, you won't tolerate someone messing up your room. Then that is your boundary. Like you won't tolerate that thing. And when someone breaks your boundaries, when someone crosses your boundaries and messes with them, then you get angry. What about jealousy? Jealousy tells you that where you want to be. You don't feel jealous from someone who is below you. You will always feel jealous from someone who is above you, someone who is doing better than you. And it is an emotion that tells you that you also want to be there. You also want to have the kind of success that the other person has. And that's why you are jealous. And that is one of the best lessons that I learned from this book. Like all of the emotions, he talks about all of the emotions and what message they are trying to propagate. And the second biggest lesson from that book is emotions are fleeting in nature. Like just think about it. For a minute, if I tell you that, if someone calls you and tells you that they're breaking up with you, like your girlfriend or your friend, they call you and tell you that they won't be talking with you ever again because you did some kind of shit, and then you'll feel bad. You'll feel bad for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days. But then after, if you start go and socialize with other people, they will make you laugh. Now your sadness has turned into happiness. You are laughing. It means you are happy. And that just shows the fleeting nature of emotions. Like you can be happy a minute and the next minute you can be sad. And that's why the author tells in that book, that to let go of emotions. Don't hold them. Like if you're feeling sad, you overthink about that sadness. The thing that is providing you sadness, the thing that is making you sad, you're overthinking about that. And that's making you even more sad. What is the right thing to do is accept the fact that you are sad. Accept the fact that you are sad and just move on. And maybe not today you will feel some kind of good emotions, but tomorrow you might. That is a really great thing. Like the emotions are so much fleeting. Like for a moment you can feel anger and the next moment you won't. So don't hold on to emotions because some person made you mad, you are angry at the person. Don't hold that grudge forever, because emotions are fleeting, bro. And that is a really great lesson from the book. And the third is feel those emotions. Like the author tells that thing that emotions are energies in motion. Like you might not understand this, it's kind of spiritual stuff, energies in motion and all of that stuff. But here's the simple definition. It means that all of that energy is in motion. And if you accumulate it, if you don't sow it, then you are going to suffer. For example, you might be feeling sad because of something, because of a terrible breakup, or because you lost your job, or because you got bad grades in your exam. You might be feeling sad. And what most people do is they bottle up their emotions, which kind of leads to, what is that word called? That word, I don't remember. What is that word called? It means that you accumulate all of those emotions, and when someone touches that subject by brief, your emotions burst out. You kind of vomit those emotions. For example, you might have seen some kind of people who not really angry. They're really, really nice. They're really, really good. But the thing is, they're getting angry at you like for small things, and they're not telling you. And then after a long period of time, they kind of start bursting. They kind of start like burst out all their anger on you at once, and they start telling you did that back there, you did that thing 6 months ago, you did that thing 3 months ago, you did that thing 2 months ago that made me really, really angry. And what they're doing is they're bottling up their emotions. They're bottling up their anger, sadness, jealousy, every emotion they're feeling, they're bottling up. They're not showing that emotion as of right now, and that's why they feel constipated. Yes, I remember that word was, you are emotionally constipated. The person who bottles up their emotions and doesn't show them, instead, like by thinking that by becoming angry at someone, it would be a bad thing. Like if I become angry, that person is gonna think that I'm a bad person. But they become even more angrier, like when time passes on, and they burst their anger onto the other person. That is a bad thing. You need to accept the fact that you are going to feel emotions. You need to accept the fact that you are going to face all the negative emotions out there in the world, and they are the positive emotions. They are only a derivative that giving you a message that yes, something is not right in your life and you need to fix that. And once you fix that, all those negative emotions will turn into positive emotions. And that's it. That were the 3 most important lessons I learned from this book. And if you really, really want to improve your emotional intelligence and become aware of why you are feeling certain emotions, then you should definitely get that book. And this is not sponsored, really. They have sponsored me on Instagram, but not here on YouTube. I'm really talking about that book because it was really, really good, and it really, really inspired me and taught me a lot of new stuff. That's why I'm talking about it. So that's it for today's video, and if you like this video, subscribe to us, because here we help young men become the best version of themselves. So see you in another video, and until then,